I don't know if anyone else is going to be watching this, but if you are, we're just going to look at, George and I are going to look at one of his games with his brother. His brother's only 12Q, which adds a certain difficulty because you start seeing moves that you have no idea what to do with. You've never seen them before. And that's what he's finding interesting. So we're going to take a look.
I think it's actually more like 7Q these days, but that wasn't updated.
Oh, that's a big difference. 12Q is like pretty lost, you know.
Yeah, I think he's around 8.
Okay, and we are the Blackstones. Empty corner. In the old days, we used to feel perfectly fine answering, and we still do, but there's just no reason. Yeah. Yeah, this is an actual move. I don't like the Hane because it just feels like white has a better base. I don't see any way I'm going to come out of this well, and I don't like going into the corner. Although a lot of times there's Joseki with a pinch here, where we, perhaps play this way. But then there's this guy, and there's a lot of questions here. There's a lot of interesting questions. I haven't seen that in decades. So this is the most common move, which is the one I would have assumed you would play. Okay, white should be thinking about this. So white's stable and pretty stable, and you still owe a move. Did you come right down? Yes, you did. Good. Exactly right. Any reason to think we should do more? Well, it leaves a cut. This one is so big and so strong and hurts white so much. I just wouldn't think of any other move. You remember, you and I have talked about this move. And we've talked about, black can ignore again and then just settle locally. Black can play here. We're just going to settle locally. It's somewhat similar with this move. But this is clearly more demanding. I would certainly respond. This is a very powerful, next move that might be nothing we can do. So did you? Yeah. And this seems to be the right spot. And matter of fact, this is the Joseki. Okay. No way in the world you're going to answer that move. White has the two problems. His whole A situation and his whole B situation. The only question is, which one can you hurt more? And oh my goodness. This. What? White, black. White, whatever exchange. That's a great white stone. Black can't get out there anymore. That's a big deal. There's no way I'm going to let that slide. So I assume that's what you played? Yeah, absolutely. That is really powerful. Yeah. I see what you mean. It's interesting, huh? Really keeps you on your toes. I used to play my children, and they're playing, they're just kids, 5, 4, 6. But I would treat every move as if it was a professional 9-dan playing me, and I'm straining so hard to figure it out. It reminds me of that. And I know it doesn't mean anything, but I have such memories of when they first learned to separate the black and the white stones, these little 2-year-olds, and So my first thought here, the way I would figure this out is, let's say we do nothing here and he comes in the corner. How's my group? Oh, my group feels fine. Well, what if he plays this way? I'm not seeing a problem here at all. So based on that, I feel no urgency to play on top in that area, I mean. Now, if it turns out there's nowhere particularly urgent, I might decide, great, well, then this is the next priority. I might just, I don't know. But it doesn't seem to me to be urgent. Does that sound reasonable so far?
Yes, I mean, I think I was so happy to get that Panuki in, but also I guess the fact that White also desperately needs to move on the bottom, that I should be considering playing on the bottom instead of taking that one stone.
Yeah. I hadn't even considered the capture. That's interesting. Let's look at why.
Oh, really?
So our need at A is virtually non-existent. His need at B is big time. But let's look at his C group. Okay, we're looking at the two stones. Here we go. We're looking at the two stones. How do those two stones feel now? Fine. I mean, they go to the corner, they go to the side, they can even go to the center. I'm not seeing this black capture as meaning that much to them. Yes, it has an effect. Yeah, sure, it means something, but I don't see it as critical to them. What do you think so far?
Yeah, I think if you'd asked me before you said that, I probably would have thought that the G17 was pretty severe against the two white stones. But as you say, white has three options, right?
Yeah, corner side. Center's not great, but give me a break and still go to the center. I'm not seeing the capture as giving them that much extra trouble. And then if we go the other route and say we're now looking at the D group, and white plays here, very extremely comfortable. So you know me, I like a Panuki more than most people. I mean, it's like 30 points. It's this is dynamic, but in this case, it didn't even cross my mind. That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Didn't even cross my mind. Maybe I'm thinking, okay, we're fine up there. Time to get down to B. So I didn't even think about the capture, but the capture is very pleasant, no doubt. But I wouldn't personally put it above 80%. Capture, he defends a small move towards the center. So to me, and again, I love your whole premise here is, so for viewers, I asked him, he said, I'd really like to go over these games. I'm like, why? He's like 12Q or something. And you're playing even. What's the interest? He says he's playing these moves that I just don't know what to do with. So, and here's just a great example. Just like it's a very interesting move. So for me, I just always, what's going on? Is his A stone bothering my B group? In no way, no how, no. Good for defense, but what else is it doing? It's actually suggesting quite a large something or other on top. Not that he can do it in one move, but that my eyes completely focus on top when white plays there. He can do good things. I would probably pinch now. Not that I think pinching is the best idea. It's just I don't like what he's thinking of on top, so I'm going to stop him. If I was playing a high-level game, I might just continue on with, so go ahead and play on top. There's nothing you can do there of significance. But if I don't have to play the best move, I'm going to play on top, which is what you did. And I believe I would play fourth line, and I believe I would play exactly there. Yeah. Yeah, that's the move I would play. It's funny how much my go has influenced your game. And a lot of that's for bad, let me tell you. I mean, yeah. I have a sort of an unusual style when I used to have a game. I haven't had a game in decades. But I've literally had professionals laugh when I play my moves. They'll start laughing, and I'm going, was that a mistake? They go, no. but it was just something they never would have thought of, that kind of thing. Okay, I love this move. Huh. Yeah, not a bad move. Whoa, wow, what to do there? I'm sure in a fast game I would Hane here, thinking to myself, I don't think the Hane's right. He's going to cut me and I'm going to be in trouble. But in a fast game, I don't worry about that. It's just kind of like what comes to mind. But let's work through it a little bit. I'm going to take off 017. So the way I tend to think about this is when we play this out, there's a certain equity. So I'm like, yeah, let's get some equity. But now I'm thinking, well, let's have white get an extra move in. Oh, I don't like it anymore. See what I'm saying?
Mm.
Now that has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the readout. That has to do with I don't like the feel of white having an extra stone and I'm haunting. So then I think, well, he doesn't have a big hole there. What's happening here? Well, he's going to fix. Oh, I like it. He has 3 in a row. I'm using my L16 stone really well. I'm totally great on top now and on the right and in the. I love it. Now, have I created a point? No. But I think I'm going to end up with a very strong group doing good things. So I would play here. Yeah, that's obviously the first move that comes to mind. But let's assume this for a minute. What are you going to do? Let's play it through.
I honestly don't know. I'd have to do quite some reading here, I think. Into the Ataris. Probably. I mean, R17. Oh, sorry, S17. I don't know because I think I'm threatening to. I'll capture one of.
Yeah.
No, I won't.
Oh,
No.
oh,
I think an Atari because I can't capture that stone.
Yeah, so that's not working.
So I think I'll play.
And if you go the other way, you're not even alive.
Mm.
Yeah. See how much trouble it is?
Yeah.
Now that's the move. Like I said, I would have played that move because I want to know. It's like I want to know. I would play it and do my best. But if I'm going to think about it, well, no, I'm going to go the other way.
Could you yeah, so if you play the cut and then if you play both the Ataris from the inside, like
First is this
S16.
one. And then we clearly going to play here. White's going to touch his stones. This black is nothing, so we'll play this black. He fixes, and locally we fix. A little more globally, we'll play it this way. Let's have him fix and we fix. Certainly better for us, yeah. I mean, not bad for him. I mean, that's nice.
And
so what did you decide? That's the 2 Ataris.
What about the other? So if you go back a couple moves, go back. Yeah, and then so Atari from S16, and then the other Atari from the inside as well, S16, and then because yeah, no, it doesn't. No, maybe not.
I'm going to mention something completely off topic here. It's something I don't see a lot of people considering, but we can just capture the stone, right? It's a net, it's capture. What's the problem? Well, the problem is white's thick on the 3 stones. So proper form is to push him into the thickness and then capture. Like I said, this is a very meaningless little thing, but in actual play from 3-4 down on up, this is really important. It's such a meaningless detail, but it was right here, and I just haven't heard this talked about in so many years. So I talked about
And
it.
that's primarily because of the black push. It's S15. If
It
white plays the
has
other
to
way.
do, there might be a lot of answers to that, but if we net right now, we're not using our thickness. If we push once, we are using our thickness.
Yeah.
What are the ramifications of that? Different in every case. So it's, you just follow the pattern, and then you don't have to worry about all the cases. No, you just push into thickness, then capture. So in this case, if we capture, yeah, he gets this in. Yeah, I guess that's would be the reason in this case. But other cases, it's different. Okay. He doesn't punish. Yeah. It's funny, with the moves being different, each one holds so much interest. I'm wondering if this is better. So why? Okay. Well, because of this. It leaves a weakness. If he plays ko and you lose the ko, you've lost a lot. You're actually risking something here. And
But
if you
then
say, please.
it's the early opening, right? So white, I take the code first, and he has no code threats.
Well, as true as that might be, if we go about the board, are you about to play here? I don't think so. So white could wait on this, right? So there's a certain weakness to this that just bothers me, is what I'm saying. If I play this way, is he going to honey? No, I'll cut if he honeys. I mean, this is a much stronger group. So I would play it this way.
I didn't quite get what you said about the variation that begins with C5, C6. Like if white plays C6, I'm not gonna.
If we play this way, and
Yeah.
let's have the game continue, white's going to save his little group. What are you going to do? My point is that you're not, I don't think you're going to Atari at Q18. Seems to be a slow move. I'm not, I mean, is it a slow move? Did you hurt white that much? No, I think you'd rather play from the other side. So it's going to be there for a while. I think white has time. I don't think it's a clear cut of, oh, it'll be fun. No, I don't think this. I think there's chances this is going to come back and bite you. One thing you've heard me say many, many times that I really want, that it's an important thing to me. Shygost comes along and says, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't mean a darn thing. Pro comes along and says something, it means something. Okay, so then why in the world would we listen to someone like Shygost or any amateur? Well, the reason people like listening to me is because I've never cared about finding the right move, but rather a thought process by which you can come to good, solid moves on a very consistent basis. To me, that's what's important. So here, it could easily be that this is the best move. I wouldn't know. I have no access to that information. But The thinking process says this move leaves a weakness. See, there it is. That's a weakness. Oh, but he can't do that. Really? When can't he do it? For how long can't? It's complex. And if we play this, we have a solid group. He does not. To me, that's the thinking process that's important. Okay, thanks for letting me say that one more time. Thinking process rather than the right move on this board that I will never see again as long as I live. Okay. So based on this, check this out. White's A group is looking pretty good all of a sudden. You now want to help your B group. If you do, this is immediately becoming an issue. Well, is it an issue right now? Is it an issue? I mean, it's an issue now. I just think that's so funny. Okay, you came out. Not sure I agree with that.
Nor do I, because also white's suddenly relatively strong, right? So I'm playing near white's strength.
Yeah, I think white
And
might just
also side
here
before
trying
center.
to connect under. You kind of want to play here, and then white can just play here, whatever, out anything. Yeah, and you lost something. White ignores. I kind of want to fix my mistake. This is a very pleasant move, followed by this, and white says, ouch. That's painful. I don't like this one because I don't really like any next move. I mean, yeah, you have a next move, but let's just talk about that a little bit more. Let's say, for instance, black plays here. Well, that's white sente. So black plays here. Well, that starts bothering the black group a little bit, and you're still left with these weaknesses. So it's just not a strong next sequence. But this one, holy cow, that's a strong, oh, white's in trouble. And one more, not this one, because now when we play it, there's still weaknesses here. White has sente moves. Anyway, that's me rambling. So what in the heck is that? First, why would you bother playing that on the fourth line? White's pretty weak here and really wants some sort of health. I think I'd want to say, no, you are not getting out here. Center only, bud. Now, again, I could be wrong about that, but this seems to give white a little more room. Welcome back. My wife's just coming back from walking the dog, which is the dog's favorite part of the walk because she gets a cookie. She loves cookies, and she gets that from my side of the family. Oh, so black, white. Good. I like this move. Notice all of a sudden, I'm looking at the future. I'm a little uncomfortable with black A, and I'm uncomfortable with black B. Now, I'm not saying white's ahead, but I'm seeing a little issues that bother me. I do not like A. I like B more. Maybe because, well, I don't know why. Interesting.
I guess white is not as strong as he is in the top right.
That could be the reason. Yeah, that sounds good. And now we care less about white C because it hurts us less and starting to look more pitiful for white. But yeah, okay. Okay, when things get all this unusual, I just have to start thinking, It's like, okay, come on, does this bother me? Well, certainly not very much. I'm virtually alive. I don't like it, but not critical. Does that bother me? Yeah, a lot. I feel like all of a sudden I have two weak groups in the center. That bothers me a lot more than the one on the right. What about this one? Doesn't bother me at all. Just walk right out. No relationship to the other white stones. So all that being said, I am now going to defend the A group at B or what? C?
Instead of the one space jump, would you have played it would you have played it C instead of jumping out?
Here?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I didn't like A, but I don't mind C.
Okay.
Would I play on the side? Yeah. And this is a great question. Let's walk it through. Okay, here we are. My job, I'm going to be helping my A group. Sorry. That's what I'm doing. Okay. How shall I do that? Oh, I'll come down here. Really? No. There's no connection under, I don't think. A terrible move. Okay. So it would be here. Not an ugly, small, little nothing move. Okay, how about here? Better. I'm still not real fond. I mean, just a simple underneath. Yeah, I'm okay. I sure wish I could do more. What about this one? Okay, let's talk about that one. I just said that A is now light. I don't mind saying that because A versus B, B's winning. B's not that weak right now, so I don't mind treating A like it doesn't mean that much to me. So if white starts jumping in, I'm happy doing whatever. Okay, so I'm going to settle locally well. Okay, I like it. What else? Well, let's say I think B is a little weak, but I'm not ready to commit to A. I might consider a contact move, making a demand. White, I need you to tell me what's going on. And if White says, I really want the corner, great, take the darn corner. And I'm considerably more healthy on the bottom, a lot more options. And my A stone is pretty strong now. So there's a lot of ways to go. Very interesting. And I don't think your move is best, but 70+%. Good enough?
Yeah, great.
Isn't it amazing? There's so much to talk about on every single go move.
Yeah.
And if instead we had just played a normal opening, there's nothing to talk about. I find that fascinating. Okay, we're over here. You come up, he comes up. You played here, which I agree with, or on the bottom that we talked about. Here, whoa. What in the heck is that? Okay. There's a few things that I want to think about, but the one that really comes back is, all that being said, this is the one that bothers me the most. Because this black group all of a sudden has nothing. So, and nothing else is critical. So I'm retiring. If he plays Ko, I'll decide. Well, I'll take it once because that's the rule. Take it once, whether you want it or not. So it might end up like this, but now we get to see the shape of things. I'm good. He's not. So that's where I'd go with this. I mean, I want this one, right? Oh, I want that one. I want a lot. Oh, I want this one. A lot of things I want, but no, I'm doing corner. Yeah, splitting. Let's attack this sucker. Yeah, makes total sense. Seems a bit premature.
Mm.
Let's just imagine and you want to fight. I'm just thinking of your corner not being as good as it could be.
But I
Just
can
seems a
Atari the
little
other.
daunting.
Can I not Atari the other side if you go back to through that variation?
Did you just say in this sequence?
Yeah. So white plays, white cuts, and then if black Atari is the other
Yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah. This is a bad habit of mine. I start playing out sequences trying to show a
Mm,
picture of possible weakness. Perhaps this is the better picture of,
mm,
black's corner is in danger. And if he plays this way, not exactly alive yet. You know, are we saying that white's ready to play this way? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we can look at a picture, and I'm a little uncomfortable that this black stone is fighting when our corner's not exactly. I don't know. I question it.
mm,
That was actually the first move that I thought of. And I go, there's these moves I want, but no, 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 no. I'm going to play this first
mm.
and get things in order before I start being aggressive. For a student's sake, I played a 4-dan bot just yesterday. And I did something that's a habit of mine. I attacked too much. It's just, you can't help yourself. It's like, I think it works. I think it works. And it worked. But against the 7-dan, it wouldn't have. And sometimes I can't control myself. I'm just, I'm going to kill this sucker. So I pointed, it was a good thing for him to say. It's like, you see how weak I am? Oh, but you're killing him. Yeah, but against a strong player, against a pro, it's not going to work. Yeah. Do you see
Mhm.
the hollow look of A? Like, what's it really doing there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
This
play
is
that
this is
move.
not proof that A was wrong. It's just shows that there's something lacking about A. Maybe there's a better way. I don't know. Look at him go. He's really playing some Go here. He's not afraid.
Mhm.
Yeah. This is so complex. So the cut at A, I guess I should put it here. The cut at A, he has 2 weak groups. I'm not asking, are we prepared to do it? Is cut at B. I don't like saying that his C group is weak because of our problem in the corner. Yeah, I'm still going to play D right now. Nothing else super critical going on. And to me, D's the linchpin, as it were.
Mm.
Yeah, this I don't like at all
Yeah,
because,
I'm asking him to split me, right? And
yeah,
that's going to be
and you have a cut here. This is really
yeah,
useful cut, and you're saying I don't want it. So
yeah,
if I'm thinking of B, then I'm back. I'm going to start here, get my group in order
yeah.
so that I can fight. Right. So check it out. Let's play D. Let's have him play here. So I fixed one thing. Now I'm going to go fix the other thing. Oh, he defends. Hey, I think I'm going to fix a third thing. How do I fix this in center? Let's fix it this way. I just fixed 3 things. I'm now ready to think about cutting. Where will I cut? Oh, should I cut it? Anything I want, right? Anywhere I want.
Mm.
Now, man, I hope no one gets mad at me here. Now, you've heard me tell this story probably more than once. But to me, it was such a change in how I played Go. I was somewhere in the, let's call it 3Q range. So we're going back 50 years. And I got sick and tired of getting pushed around and killing and cut and really just sick to my stomach. So I thought, next game, I don't care. Do you remember the story? I assume you remember the story. I don't care. Winning, losing, I don't care. I am committed to, I'm not going to get in trouble. So there I am next game. And, late middle game, middle to late middle game. I couldn't believe it. I had 3 weaknesses. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. So I just said, no, I'm going to fix my first weakness. So I fixed it. He gets some big move. I go to the next weakness. I fix that weakness. He gets another big move. I go to the third weakness. He gets another. Oh my God, he's getting all these big moves. I won the game. I couldn't believe it. Because at that point, I could do anything I want, and he couldn't do anything to me at all. Changed my go forever. And so and you can see why I told the story. I just did that. I fixed 3 weaknesses. Same story. Now, this last peep is in question, but still, the idea of fixing your weaknesses. Yeah. Okay. Man, I get rambling. Out, out. Black place here. Makes sense. He cuts. One would assume you played you played here. Good. This was going to be my suggestion. I just assumed you played this way, but I think it's a mistake. Yeah. Good. Because now I believe you can net, right? I'm just guessing. Yeah. So here, that's the splitting move. Yeah. White. I'm doing a little reading. Yeah. If we have to, we play here. If we can, we play here, right?
Yeah, but there's just a lack of liberties with those stones, right? After him.
Okay. So can we play here? That's the question. So let's just, for any viewers in question, let's just follow this out. There's a chance that that's all we get out of it, which would be a real sadness if that's all we get out of it. But if this works, then we're doing a lot more attacking. Okay, so that's the question. Oh, then that threatens that cut. Let's have him fix. And then here, which helps our upper right group and surrounds white all over. Holy cow, I think it worked. So I really, really, really do not want to play this move if I don't have to. So I would put time. Is there any way I can do the haunting? It's here, and that's where the game tree ends.
I think, yeah, either I stopped recording for some reason or he resigned. Sometimes he resigns very prematurely.
Yeah. I'm not sure I like this black move. Seems so far from home. And white does, in effect, have a 3-stone wall. Can he just pounce on you and create health based on that? I think he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really a pretty good move. We've talked about it so many times. Let's talk about it one more time here. I'm just trying to set something up here. Boom, boom. So something like this is often how we extend towards black because of that. This is extremely common. And I mentioned earlier, we tend to not do this because this is now a sente move for black. So that's not much of an attack if he just has Sente. And we don't generally do this because, well, for one, he can just, unless we don't care about attacking, we care about our top position, but that's different. I just want to repeat that. What we just did, in a sense, helped A. Gave him all 3/4 of a Panuki, but it sure helped our B position. So a lot of times we'll play in a way that's not great for attack, but great for something else. So I'm rambling again. Okay, good. Any last questions?
That was great. Thank you.
No, that was great. I was totally surpassed. I was thinking it was going to be this really almost meaningless little. It was great. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, anyone who might see this later, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.
See ya.
Bye. Like that, and like that.